It's time, guys. It's NCAA Tournament time, and we, every game is the most challenging game of your lifetime, and it's all great teams. It's all championship caliber teams, and so we're excited to get going.
We are live at Studio B. It's a winning Monday. You know why? Because BYU's in the NCAA Tournament.
A little bit of breaking news from Duquesne. Head coach Keith Dambrot, who, by the way, was LeBron's high school coach freshman and sophomore year.
Yeah.
Is retiring at the end of the season. So extra motivation for the Dukes.
Some added context.
Well,
it's been good enough. It's been good. They got back to the tournament.
Got to the tournament since 1977.
You've done it. That's enough.
Good job.
You're good.
Good job. BYU, take care of business. Don't mess around
all good.
with that.
Your career's been successful.
Amazing
career. You can lose to BYU and sail off into the sunset. It's all good.
Certainly the hope. Please don't cold take us, Duquesne.
This is your day-to-day BYU Sports play-by-play. I'm Spencer Linton alongside Jarom Jordan. As promised, Jarom earlier today going one-on-one with BYU men's basketball head coach Mark Pope to discuss the tournament matchup, the seeding scenario. He feels like the Cougars were jaded by not getting a 5, and what in the world he knows about the Dukes right now. This is BYU Sports Station one-on-one, Jarom and Mark Pope.
All right, BYU's dancing. And Mark, what was your initial reaction when you see BYU pop up on the screen, which was very quick into the show, by the way?
Yeah, they didn't waste any time getting to it. It was nice. We're excited. This has been a long time coming, a long project for us. It's been an unbelievable season in terms of just our guys' focus and diligence and work, and this is what you're working for, and so now we get a chance to go fight.
When you see that you're a 6, what's your reaction there?
I thought we'd be somewhere in the 5-6. I was excited. I think we're like I said, once you get into this thing, every single team you play is good, and that's why there's upsets, theoretical upsets in this deal every single game. I was really proud of, the fact that we finished 17 on the selection committee's list. Really is meaningful to us. We're really proud about that because that's the part we can control, and that's the part we kind of fought and worked for all season. And then the seedings are what they are, and let's go. We've got a huge matchup against a great team.
Bracketing principles applied. Sunday play notably, but also once Kansas, as Spence and I talked about a little earlier, once they were a 4 in Salt Lake. You probably weren't going to be in Salt Lake at that point, right? Yeah,
and that's a guideline, not a rule. So still, the whole thing would have been open. But, like I said, our job, what we focus. I mean, we talk about urgency and faith all season long, and the urgency was to get us to 17. And then the faith part is whatever the committee does with that is fine with us. Let's go. But and that's the way we'll proceed in the postseason.
So you would have been okay being a 5 in Salt Lake, second round potentially with Kansas?
I would have been okay being a 2. I would have been okay being an 11. We're just excited to have the opportunity to go compete, and this is what you work for.
Okay, you get Duquesne, an 11 seed, and Duquesne just won the A-10 as the 6th seed, so they've been on a path here. Not an NC State path, but that was pretty notable. That one was pretty good, by the way, in November. But now you line up with the Dukes, who are a champ and who are on fire, and now you compete in the NCAA tournament and hope to get to the second round. What do you think of Duquesne?
They're great. We've obviously done a lot of work on them in the last 12 hours here, and they have 2 incredibly explosive guards that can score any way they want to. They bring a huge physicality to the game. They're one of the top defensive teams in their league and in their country, our country, everybody's country. And they're hot right now. They've won 8 in a row. They're probably one of the longest winning streaks in the country, and they're really well coached. And this is the A-10 is, I think, maybe the 8th best conference in the country right after the Mountain West, and we know how good the Mountain West is, and these guys won it and won it outright and won it convincingly, and so we got our work cut out for us, but that's what you want. I mean, that's the whole point of this, and so it's going to be really, really exciting Thursday morning, and can't wait to get to it.
In terms of location, obviously, being in Salt Lake would have been awesome. Any level of disappointment that didn't happen?
I think only for our fans. I think, I guess for the local fans, I think it would have been a really fun experience to be in Salt Lake. But the one thing about BYU is, you're a little sad for the fans in Utah, and you can't wait to celebrate with the fans in Nebraska, right? So it's one of the blessings of being here at BYU is we kind of have homegrown fans everywhere in this country, and so what an incredible blessing for them. there's a reason why we're out there, and hopefully it involves winning.
Of course, Sunday night, the direct to Omaha got sold out. So I got to find a different flight out there to cover.
Well,
BYU fans are excited.
I'm thinking about, on my own, paying for a bunch of fleets of buses. I don't know. We got to figure that out. I don't know how long. I was going to calculate how long the bus ride was from here to there, but it sounds like an appropriate thing for The Rock to do. Maybe we have to make that happen.
I think it's appropriate that you're a 12-minute drive away from where Brigham Young was, sustained the second prophet.
It's very cool.
So, hey, there's a little church history there. Kansas City,
cool.
You're on this Midwest church history tour here.
I was born in Omaha, Nebraska.
Were you really born in Omaha?
Yep.
Well then,
Very
how long did you live there?
About 6 months. 6 months, 2 tornadoes, and we were out.
One's fine. The second one, I'm done.
We got to go. Big Don was like, okay, I've had enough with the tornadoes. We're out of here.
Okay, the birthplace of Mark Pope, Omaha, Nebraska. Okay, when you think of the NCAA tournament, and you won a national championship. You've been in that tourney and won 6 games. What does it require of a team now that you've done it as a player and now you're in it for the second time as a coach?
I think it requires a refocusing. The teams that are going to be really successful probably are going to do something new. They're not going to reinvent the wheel. The reason they're there is because what they've done as well. They've done it well, but you collect so much baggage and so many battle wounds and so much scarring and over the course of the season. It's an emotional journey. It's full of work and sweat and blood and tears and highs and lows and everything else. And so I think teams that can harness all of that, but kind of release all the baggage and go in as fresh and as deadly focused and energetic as they can, have the best chance to compete. And that's a space where our team has been really good. And so we have high hopes.
You've been able to bounce back from disappointing losses really well this year. I'm thinking of, you lose to Kansas State, you beat Kansas. You end up beating Baylor after a disappointing loss, and so on and so forth. Coming off of Texas Tech, you guys were really disappointed, despite the fact you knew you were in the dance. You wanted to win that game. Do you carry any baggage into this tournament, or do you feel like, no, we are energized, excited, and are going to be our best selves on Thursday?
I mean, as you say that, the thing that's most exciting to me is that, you talked about a loss on the road to Kansas State and a loss in the tournament to Texas Tech. And the fact that our floor has risen so high that those are really disappointing losses is really a tribute to what these guys have done. It's actually super exciting. And I think that you're speaking exactly to what we're talking about in terms of our guys' ability to get fresh, right, and to be focused and to believe. And the NCAA tournament is all about that. It's about, you asked this question earlier, and I'll continue to answer it. The other factor is how together can you be, right? Interestingly, as you get overloaded with all the baggage of the season, kind of the purging of that is you continue to unload your own personal agendas, and it's one thing that great teams that really are successful in the postseason do, and you just become, kind of look inward and look inward and look inward, and it's less about kind of what did I accomplish in this game and what did we, and you want to start the season that way, and good teams start the season that way, and great teams get to a point where you just don't even care anymore. All you care is how your team is functioning. We have some of that DNA in us too that helps us kind of get back to fresh, helps us deal with some of the setbacks that we face through the course of the season, and could be keys to winning.
Do you feel like this team is sort of weathered and hardened in terms of experience and tough games being played better than any team you've coached, given that you just went through the Big 12 ringer? You've played a lot of teams that are really high seeds, and you have some notable wins against teams in this tournament, non-conference San Diego State too, to where you walk into this tournament and you go, okay, we're not going to play a team that is better than anybody we've already played.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to play teams playing the very best basketball that they can, and so this Duquesne team, for example, is as hot as anybody in the country right now. I do feel like we've seen the vast majority of what there is to see in college basketball, and we've responded to it sometimes great and sometimes not as well as we want to. I don't think that we're going to face a ton of intimidation factor or name recognition awe. But I think we also come into this tournament with massive humility. The beauty of this tournament is that as much time as we spend on the seeding and the favorites and all the other stuff, it never works out that way, ever. And so there's a reason for that, and that is that every team in this tournament is a championship caliber team. Maybe this year more than most that way. And so the seedings, the regions, all the stuff you kind of throw out the window, and really the only thing we're thinking about right now is we got a red hot, great, tremendous Duquesne team that we play on Thursday morning, and that's our life right now. And that's why the tournament is so fun, is you just get to focus and refocus it over and over and over again.
Looking at the region, so if you can get to the second round, right, potentially Illinois or Morehead State. Illinois just won the Big Ten. And then you've got 2 Final Four teams in the region, in FAU and San Diego State, not to mention the national champs in UConn. And so 3 of the 4. It feels like the region of death, but you're certainly focused on that first round matchup. But
all those names you just said, I'm like, wait, I have not thought about it. I'm like, my mind is spinning right now. I haven't got there right.
Iowa State could be there in the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Bracketing principle, they avoid the same conference until the third round, the Sweet 16. All this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But it's going to be a fun tournament. What was your kind of favorite memory of playing in the tournament when you were at Kentucky?
Oh, man, it's just a blur, and I think that's the way it's supposed to be if you do it well.
You played in 6 games.
Yeah,
that's a lot of ball.
I remember, we're a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, and our 1/16 was a really difficult game. That's probably what I remember the most. We finally kind of sprung loose in the last 10 minutes. And that's exactly what I'm talking about with this tournament. It's why it's so magical. It's why we love it so much. It's why it's probably the greatest large-scale sporting event in the world, is because it happens so fast and because it's so unpredictable. And it's a one-off game, so anything can happen. It's just really special, and I'm grateful that we get a chance to participate in it. I'm grateful that we get to do it with this team that has walked this journey over the last couple of years, and we're just full of gratitude, man, and can't wait to get to work.
Talking to Mark Pope on BYU Sports Nation ahead of BYU and Duquesne in the first round of the NCAA Tournament in Omaha. It's another early tip. Are you used to the early tips at this point, since you had 2 Central Time tips of about 11:40?
Yeah, it was fun. Once that was announced, kind of released last night, I got to talk with some of the guys, and certainly there is a little bit of a comfort level, only a sense that we've done it. It's not something that's new. And so talking to the guys about how we proceeded with the Central Florida game and the Big 12 tournament, and what the day before prep was, and 2 days before, I think our guys felt pretty comfortable with it, and we kind of talked about, do we want to change anything? They're not like, nope, let's run it back exactly the way we did. And so the familiarity is nice, because it just, it takes out some guessing. We know how it feels and what it's like, and so we can focus more on just the competition.
Along those lines, strategically, you're going to play a team that hasn't played you yet. Mm-hmm. The Big 12 teams, you can see certain film or certain second time or whatever. Yeah. What advantage does that play in terms of the uniqueness of how you share the ball and what a guy like Ali Khalifa presents? Yeah,
I think it's the same for both teams, right? We have a freshness and an undiscoveredness about Duquesne where we have to kind of figure them out, and so the process is a flurry of phone calls. So you're calling every guy in their league. They're calling every guy they know in our league, and trying to swap scouts and get an understanding of the vibe. On film you see sets and you see scheme and pace, and in the numbers you can see everything. But talking to coaches, you get a sense of like how the game flows from the perception of an opponent. You get a sense for the physicality and what was daunting and what they actually experienced on the court that they hadn't seen in film. And so the exploration of the scout is actually really fun and exhilarating, and trying to do the best you can to figure it out.
How much do you give up in a phone call like that to, say, someone who's, say, playing another Big 12 team, where you may be loyal to the Big 12 team, but also you want to help out like a buddy on another team?
Well, I shouldn't say this, but it really depends on how much you like the coach you're talking to and how much you like the coach you're talking about. I mean, it's just, I think in general, all of us know that there's only so much you can contribute, right? Because the truth is that, you know, while I talk about this kind of vibe and flow and the nuances of a scout, those things are, you know, a 1%. And so it's both, right? And but there is always that dynamic at work for sure.
How's Ali's ankle? And kind of give us an update on how he's doing through Ramadan and fasting and everything.
I think he's doing great. He was terrific yesterday when we were together as a team. Actually gave a little speech and crushed it. And I think the longer that Ramadan goes on, I think the more comfortable he gets kind of playing and practicing. And it's just like I said, it's this urgency of faith is really great. You know, all of our guys kind of have a faith basis, and so, you know, Ali's made this decision that he's going to be really faithful and trusting, and then he doesn't know exactly what's going to come from it, but he's going to race that in faith, and that's what he's doing. It's pretty awesome to watch.
There are a lot of principles that we all could apply in that space.
100%.
And if there's any fan base that understands fasting, it would be this one, right?
Well, and it's with the seating too. It's really a beautiful, like it's been such a great gospel principle for our guys in the sense of, you know, we could have spent the last 24 hours really twisted up a seed and arguing and fact-finding and whatever and all the kind of stuff. And, you know, the fact is that we were 17 and we're the only team in the first 36 that wasn't seeded according to where they belonged. Everybody else in the 36 was seeded according to where they belonged. But
meaning you were in the 5 space, but you were in
we're the first 5, but we were seeded as somewhere in the 6s.
Gotcha.
And that was the only team that was misplaced. But we're a faithful group, man, and so there's a reason for that. And we spent 0 time worrying about it. There's no anxiety about it. And so it's just like on to this challenge. There's a reason why we're supposed to be in Omaha, and there's a reason why we're supposed to be playing Duquesne, and that doesn't guarantee a win or a loss. It just means there's reason behind it. And when you live your life with that type of faith where you're bringing you know, our urgency was getting to 17, right? And then you live your life kind of with that faith basis, it sure takes away a lot of stress and anxiety and allows you to focus more in on the work at hand. It's pretty awesome. And so you're right, like as a gospel principle that we can all put in our life, it's pretty magical.
And his ankle's okay?
He's doing great. Yeah,
Great.
He's feeling better. And you know, Ali is a work in progress health-wise, like every single guy on our team and every team in college basketball right now. These guys have been through the wars, and so everybody's got aches and pains, but, you know, we expect to put a full roster on the floor and go battle together.
Okay, well, back to the birthplace.
Yes.
Mark Pope.
Yes.
Didn't know that coming in today. I'm here to learn. So
We're
that
really
was great.
blessed, man.
Let's go. Well, all the BYU Sports Nation karma that we could possibly muster goes into Thursday against
Thank you,
Duquesne.
baby. Appreciate
Thanks for
that.
coming in. Best of luck.
Thanks, guys.